Drew Lock is different, man. He's a true franchise quarterback. He's somebody who's gonna be around for 15 years. He's got the cannon arm. He can run. He got great ball placement. But more importantly, he just has it. And I know there's a lot of pundits who are gonna say, yo, you supported Trev, you supported this guy, you supported Case, you support everybody, and I do. But Drew Lock, that's my quarterback.
Drew Lock, dog, that's my quarterback. Let's go! Drew Lock, dog, that's my quarterback. That's my QB. Drew Lock, dog, that's my quarterback. That's my guy. Drew Lock, dog, that's my quarterback. That's that boy.
Yo, what is up, you guys? It's your boy, Riverside the Great. And before the video today begins, I want to give a shout out to my friend Sean for bringing this topic up at lunch. And since it was a good topic, I figured I would make a video on it since I was able to find some reliable sources and information to support my theory on why the Broncos should not take a QB. Starting off, my first point is that you need to let Drew Lock develop. When Joe Flacco went down with an injury in 2019, Drew Lock had a great rookie season, posting 1,020 passing yards and 7 passing touchdowns in 5 games. This included a blowout victory over the 8-4 Houston Texans, who were good at the time, in which Lock threw 3 touchdowns. In 2020, though, Lock threw for 16 touchdowns and a league-leading 15 interceptions. Speaking of leading the league in interceptions, quarterback Peyton Manning led the league in interceptions in his rookie season, and he went on to have an amazing career. This offseason, Manning is working with Lock to further improve his game. So you never know what's next for Drew Lock based off of that example right there. So you might as well take the chance. Getting back to Lock's 2020 season, the old saying that goes bumps and bruises along the way can perfectly describe his season. He was hurt in week 2, and after returning, he didn't really look like his 2019 self. He showed flashes of the old Drew Lock, though, in week 14 when he threw 4 touchdowns on the Panthers, but other than that, he looked mediocre. However, there are reasons to why he didn't achieve nearly as much success in 2020 as he did in 2019. One of those reasons is about star wide receiver Courtland Sutton. Sutton was hurt in the second game of the season against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he would miss the remainder of the 2020 season. Imagine how some other quarterbacks would perform if they were without their wide receiver 1 for an entire season. Another reason why the Broncos should not draft a quarterback this year is because of how their draft went last year. Both their first and second round picks were wideouts who were Jerry Jeudy and KJ Hamler. Also in round 4, they took tight end Albert Owukabuni. I'm sorry, Albert. I'm very sorry for pronouncing your name completely wrong. But he played with Drew Lock at college at Missouri. And it's pretty obvious what the 3 selections I named were meant to do, and that was to give Drew Lock a supporting cast. Now, in my opinion, the Broncos need to target defense, specifically secondary. With the 9th pick in the draft, they could take defensive back Patrick Surtain II or defensive back J.C. Horn. Surtain is a 6'2" corner out of Alabama, and Horn played college ball at South Carolina and is the son of former wideout Joe. If the Broncos truly do not believe in Drew Lock like I do, they could trade for some quarterbacks, one of those being Carolina Panthers QB Teddy Bridgewater. Bridgewater threw for 1 less touchdown than Lock despite playing in 2 more games, but he threw 5 fewer interceptions. And he did all this without stud pass-catching running backs Christian McCaffrey, so he was in a similar situation as Lock was, as Lock did not have Sutton. Bridgewater should not be worth much, and it would probably beat out Lock in training camp as the starter. Another rumor is that Denver trades up in the draft to get the 4th overall pick, but also acquire Matt Ryan in this trade. Ryan could be a veteran leader for these players, but the word veteran just shows that he does not fit this team's timeline, being the old quarterback that he is. Ryan's contract would also be a huge cap hit, so the Broncos would have trouble finding some players to send to Atlanta. Despite all the rumors of the Broncos wanting to draft a quarterback or trade for one, they should just stick it out with Drew Lock, in my opinion. If Lock does not perform this year or the next, then that would mark the end of his rookie contract, and at that point, I would let him walk. Let me know what you guys think about this topic. So yeah, that wraps up today's video. Signing off for now. Riverside the Great. If you made it this far in the video, then thank you for watching, and have a good one. Peace.
Checks from my feet right to the bank, yeah, I've been working harder. In the past I was on the bench, now I'm playing like a starter.